What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter. A lot of people always ask me, Truth, is FBGCash death? Is it linked to FBGDuck death? You know, I speak on Duck a lot. I didn't follow his case. I didn't went along with all the paperwork. We didn't all see what happened to him. I was one of the guys who's been following this case since like it first started. The trial is actually going to start next year in the fall. I guess with hip-hop homicides, the show that 50 Cent then created, you know, speaking on the culture, going back, doing the groundwork, documentary style, it got people asking me questions. They asking me, Truth, is Cash death linked to Duck death? I find this kind of different because, you know, people who the police accuse of killing Duck, they actually has been apprehended. Those people are C Murder, C Thang, Kenny Mack, Los, and Mua. This is who the police allege has something to do with FBGDuck death. Okay? My mark is going out. They say that those guys got something to do with FBGDuck death. Now, FBGCash death, his death is unsolved. Okay? So, it's kind of hard for me to say that these guys' cases are linked together because, you know, the police already got suspects who they believe had something to do with this. Now, remember, this is still alleged. Okay? Oh, I hope I spelled it right. This is still alleged. Okay? So, we got to make sure we got that right so we don't just, you know, put those guys' name in there like that. Because those guys are claiming they're innocent. Now, whether you want to believe it or not, it is what it is, but they say they're innocent, okay? But to link these deaths is kind of hard for me. I'm not going to lie. It is things about these deaths that's very similar. You know, the fact that, you know, both these guys are FBG members. You know, both these guys were FBG members, okay? That is alarming that both these guys were FBG members. Both these guys, Duck and Cash, both engaged in diss songs. Okay? So it is a combination of things that mix and match, in my opinion. I noticed that off bat, okay? That shit, it just matched. Another thing that I noticed on the internet was these guys both represent a gang. And a lot of the diss songs were gang influenced. Okay? We see this. We also see 90% of Cash diss songs, well, I'm going to say all of them, were aimed at the same people who Duck was aiming his diss songs at. The O-Block guys. Now, please do not say, oh, he's saying the O-Block guys, but he couldn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you what we see. Public record. We all see this shit. Now, I noticed that. But to just accuse this case has already been put down. So I'm not sure if you can link this case. But I can tell you, it is more similarities. Another thing, you know, Duck was shot multiple times. Cash was shot multiple times. In the reports, it says 13 and over. In the reports, I seen it. Multiple times. Both guys. Another thing is both guys were ambushed. And then both times, it was multiple shooters. According to the police, 2 shooters hopped out of a car and shot FBGCash. So they say it was 2 shooters for him. Police already said they believe it was 4 shooters. 5 people arrested, 4 shooters. So, you know, all these things do mix and match, but I don't think you could blame these guys, blame anybody, because that case already been set. But I am going to tell you one thing. Normally, you know, like Cash Death, I'm going to tell you, Duck Death, the police kind of feel like this would happen. I'm going to tell you, Cash Death, both of these deaths involved a car and, you know what I'm saying, a car drive-by. You know, and I'm going to tell you, normally, drive-bys is textbook style gang slings, okay? Okay? You feel me? A drive-by is textbook for gang slings. That's just like, that's the number one go-to thing that happens. Normally when somebody was stabbed a whole bunch of times, it was passion or something like that. Drive-bys, when you shooting drive-bys and shit, right? That's normally what people do when there's gang banging involved, you know. As crazy as this sound, you know. You know, it's some people say maybe Duck was followed. Maybe everybody got this all the way off. Everybody feel like it was a low drop. You know, it's some people who feel like maybe Duck was followed and just didn't know it. Some people feel like maybe Cash was followed and just don't know it. I'm not here to tell you that. I'm not sure. You know, it's a touchy subject. You know, I interview people that's close to Duck. I interview people that close to Cash. I interview Cash. You know, I done gained relationships speaking with everybody in the culture from every side and every angle. So, you know, it be touchy speaking on this, but I'm a drill historian. A lot of people got me confused with an interviewer. I am not an interviewer. I do interview people in the culture. But I am a drill historian. I've been documenting the culture for a while because I feel like this time it's going to be crazy in the future. People going to look like this shit and say, wow. But I'm not going to lie. When I look at these deaths, these are textbook gang slams. It makes me feel like, you know, somehow this was all just gang banging. You know. Now, I understand people have their own theories. And it can be true. What I say is not law. I can be wrong. This can update as it happened. Because there was somebody shot with Cash. It was a lady shot with Cash. She was shot. And there was also a lady shot with Duck. That's why I say I feel like these were ambushes. These guys didn't know what was going on. They were ambushed. It just feel like that. But like I said, it could be personal. It could have been some spur of the moment. You know, Cash Death. It's 5:30, I believe, 5 a.m. something in the morning. You know, early morning times. I'm not sure the ops riding around, but people be outside all damn day. But it's still something suspicious about 5 a.m. And it's something suspicious about somebody taking the chance going to the Gold Coast. You know, just hurrying up, getting in the car, riding to the Gold Coast. It's just something about that make me feel like maybe somebody was following these guys and they just didn't know it. Same way I feel like that about Mo 3 with his death on the E-Way. But in my opinion, I feel like these were gang slams. You know, we don't know what was going on. You listen to the rap music, these guys were rapping, they were street people. You know, at the same time, I say, you know, this is sad. Don't get me wrong. Now, I tell you, Duck and Cash, they made diss songs too now. I know that's hard to say. They made diss songs too. But I think diss songs became part of the culture and people looked at the diss songs. I think diss songs has became different. I know this might sound crazy, this might sound dumb, but I think diss songs became a tool to get on. And when you get on, you do what you got to do and then switch it up. I think that's what some of these guys were doing. But I just think shit had happened the wrong way. But like you say, that's the culture. It's the culture now, you know. Things happen. It's the streets. It's the culture. But I'm not going to lie, their death does sound like gang banging, in my opinion. And that's what the police is saying with Duck already. So it just feels like the same thing with Cash, in my opinion. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's on the Truth Time.